Hey guys, it's Sharptooth again. Welcome to another Goldfind tutorial video. With the most recent patch, they nerfed the Royal Crypt jar farming drop rate of gold. So if you're like me and you have a full set of Goldfind, it's not doing you much good there anymore. So what I've been trying to do is find a better place to farm gold now that that is no longer viable. That really should have been nerfed, so I'm not complaining at all. It was a prime place for people to bot and get lots of gold without really even trying. I have found a decent place. If you have any other ideas, please let me know, because I'm trying to find the most optimal method of doing this. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to be in Nightmare difficulty, and we're going to begin the Siegebreaker quest. Like I said, this isn't quite as good, but I'm getting about 300,000 gold an hour, give or take. We're going to record this run while we're at it. So we're starting at 346,141 gold. Now, we're going to be going to the Bridge of Corsic. And it's the same as the last video. If you guys watched that, I'm at 232% gold find. We're going to start the timer now. If you watch the video I did with the crypt runs, you'll notice I'm doing a little bit different build for that. I'm using multi-shot, which is just awesome for these huge groups of monsters. I'm still using evasive fire. But I have tried this in hell, and it is doable. You do get some decent gold, but with having straight Goldfind gear, you do die a lot more, which dying once in a Goldfind run just kind of makes it not worth it. So until I get better Goldfind gear, I feel like Nightmare is the place to go. If you see any rare and champion packs, you want to kill those as quickly as possible. You don't want to skip anything like that, because you do get extra Goldfind from those, not just magic find. I think with full stacks it gets me to about 300%. You want to make sure you pick up all the blues you're getting, unless you're looking for gear for twinks, you know, starting new characters, whatever. You're going to want to sell every blue you find. And also make sure you destroy everything, loot everything, and pick up every gem. I know it seems kind of dumb to pick up all these gems because they're kind of expensive to combine, but if you haven't been keeping an eye on the patch notes and stuff, in the next patch they're going to reduce crafting cost for gems all the way up to flawless square, I believe. So they're making it a really substantial reduction in cost. I think it's going to be 2 gems instead of 3, and the price is going to go way down. So keeping a bunch of lower level gems will pay off in the long run. Ferrets seem a little useless sometimes. I kind of wish they'd just ignore monsters and just pick up gold. Oh, treasure goblin. Got him. I'm picking up the pages of jewel crafting and stuff too. They're not really worth anything, but jewel crafting I'll probably use. Obviously you still need those to combine the lower level gems. I don't think I'll ever use blacksmithing, unless I'm just bored one day. You never know. No sense in leaving stuff on the ground that may or may not be viable. Or valuable, excuse me. Especially if you're not hurting for a room in your stash. These runs are a lot of fun too. The Royal Crypt runs were not very exciting. Just kind of feels like I'm playing Diablo 2 back in the old days, where you could just steamroll everything. And that's satisfying. Keep in mind that your ferrets will not pick up any gold while there's still stuff to attack. I feel like getting some gold pickup radius stuff would be beneficial. But I haven't done that yet, so that'll probably, if I do that, that would shave off some few seconds here and there. which that's what this is all about. Right now we're approaching 4 minutes. We're getting close to the end here. Definitely not getting as many blue items as I usually do, so this run might be a little bit lower. I'm not seeing as many rare packs either. The bridge stores, I usually go down in these because it's always the same small little area and there's always a rare pack in here. So that's worth it. There's another place, the underbridge, that spawns sometimes. It's more of a little dungeon. I don't really find that to be worth it because it's just big and time consuming. Probably better builds for doing this. I'm using nether tentacles just to kill the Siegebreaker super fast, but that doesn't really save much time over the whole run. If you run into an extra health mob or some sort, it helps with that. But there's probably better things I could put in that slot. Not using smoke screen because not really any point here. I could AFK for an hour and not die, probably. Although let's not test that, because, you know. This is where the underbridge is if it spawns, the little doorway there. And it is not there this time, so we don't have to worry about it. It's a great place if you're farming Inferno, but this is not Inferno. Right. And dead. So that was about 5 minutes and 45 seconds. I wasn't talking at the same time, it obviously could have been a little bit faster. And definitely didn't get as many blue items as I usually do, so this might be a little bit lower. But I sell all items. I really don't care what they are. I'll keep the gems and the pages, like I said. So now we're at 376,074 gold. It's a net value of about 30,000 in 5.75 minutes. That's about 312,000 gold per hour, which isn't terrible. Doing the Royal Crypt runs, you could approach 400,000 gold an hour if you were doing it very quickly. But another thing to consider is, like I said, I am getting a lot of these lower level gems that will craft up in the flawless squares very cheaply in the next patch. So I'm not exactly sure how much tangible wealth that is, but it is something else. And I suppose you could find a legendary item that might sell for a couple, 10, 20,000, but nothing major. So if you're trying to find items to sell, this is not the way to do it. But if you're just wanting gold and you have this Goldfind set that you're not using anymore, it still works. So anyway, thanks for watching this, guys. In the next video, I promise I'll get the Inferno Butcher run out, and so you guys can see that. And after that, we'll also be doing Siegebreaker runs in Inferno, and also Zoltan Cool and Belial runs in Act 2. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, and thanks again.